hypnosis I do when people request it, and I find that is so fast. I've had people come to me that have been going to psychologists and counsellors for week after week after week after week, and we get to the heart of the matter immediately because we allow the subconscious mind to come up with what is the actual problem, and then we can deal with it, and then they can move on. Who can I help with hypnosis? People have had things that are problems in their past as children, they can't overcome it, broken relationships, self-worth, confidence, even sporting activity, you can improve that. One of my major things is smoking. I have about an 85% success rate with smoking. One particular lady was a hairdresser. She tried everything. She tried patches, she tried cold turkey, she tried the pills. She had given it up for short periods of time with various means, but she thought about it the whole time. It was absolutely consuming her, thinking about it. So she said, well, this is my last trial. I've tried everything else. I don't expect it to work, but at least I know I've tried everything. So she came, she booked for the 3 treatments, which was really good. After the first treatment, she said, she came back the second time, she said, I walked out of here, I haven't even thought about a cigarette. She was just so happy. But she persevered, she still had those 3 treatments because that set it in. That sets it in, and then you have so many people that they'll give up smoking with hypnosis, and then after a while they'll take it up again. This is because they haven't got it seated in properly, so they do that. The other reason I like to do 3 treatments is because some people don't give it up on the first treatment. Now, if they don't give it up on the first treatment, a lot of people will say, oh, can't do it, tried that. But when they come back, we focus on the positive. You know, okay, you've had 5 cigarettes, but that's 35 less than you usually have, and that builds them up. And generally, after the 3rd treatment, they are really good. Okay, weight loss. I can do weight loss with hypnosis if people want hypnosis, or I can do weight loss without hypnosis, just a program. I like to do a program where I teach people that it's not just losing the weight, it's building the muscle. Because if you build the muscle, that builds up the burn rate, so you're going to burn your fat more. If you lose weight and you're losing muscle and you're losing bone, that's not a good thing. If I see someone who's put on maybe a little bit, but they put on in the bone and the muscle, but then fat could be reduced, that is much better. It's the body composition that we really go for more than anything. So I work with that. I work with exercise, encouraging people to do exercise, motivating them, that sort of thing. And I've got a great weight loss product for the sugar blocker. It blocks the uptake of sugars. Now, where you take sugar into the body and it splits into 2 molecules and it's then taken up by the intestines, all the energy out of those 2 molecules has to be used up, or what's not used up is stored as fat. So you get a heck of a lot more than 1 molecule going through. But with the sugar blocker, it's based on a Chinese herbal thing. It's a Chinese herbalist formulated it. It attracts the sucrase, which is what the enzyme that breaks down the sugar molecule so it can be absorbed. This is attracted to that, so therefore when the sugar comes into the body, you take 2 tablets before a meal. When the sugar comes into the body, there's no sucrase or very little sucrase left to split the sugar, so there's very little uptake of the sugar in the body. All of this then ends up as a probiotic in the gut, so it's good food for the gut. So there's various ways of weight loss that I can help. Yes, I had one lady, she was had a lot of trouble, overweight, came in, she just did the hypnosis, that's all she wanted at that stage, and she walked out and she was really very much changed. I think she had 3 sessions, and she sent me a lot of clients because they noticed that it was so easy for her. That was great. A few people that I've had on just the sugar blockers, they're losing weight nicely, just gradually. It's very beneficial for people who are doing the right thing but like to have that few wines, or like with Easter coming up, you know, have a few chocolates at Easter, but you don't want to be like normally you put on 1 or 2 kilos, then you have to work very hard to take it off. It's good for Easter, Christmas, that sort of thing, that you can just have a few things. Don't be silly, but have a few things extra, and you're not having to work harder to lose that extra little bit of weight that you've picked up. Now, hypnosis can help things in ways that you wouldn't even believe. You know, one lady came to me and she said, I'm terrified of the dentist. You know, can you do hypnosis to stop me being frightened of the dentist? Now, when we went back, I put her into a light trance, and we asked her to go back to when this first started. We asked the subconscious mind to bring this up. And it turned out that it first started when she went to the dentist, and the nurse actually had the injection after she used it in this lady's mouth, and she stabbed herself with it. The lady moved her hand to brush her face, and the nurse stabbed herself with it, and the nurse happened to be pregnant at the time. Well, she went off her face, and this lady had to go and get blood tests and all sorts, and they handled it really, really badly. And that was what she had the problem with, not the fear of the dentist. So we dealt with that, sorted all that out. I didn't just tell her on a conscious level. On a subconscious level, we went back to it. We changed the part of her that still holds that. We changed that memory. And the next time we went to the dentist said, what have you taken? I've given you so many things and nothing's worked. So she has no problems with going to the dentist now, which is really, really good. I'm Carol Giles, naturopath and clinical hypnotherapist. I help people to regain their health and well-being using natural means. I use hypnotherapy, naturopathy, and treatments for intolerances and sensitivities. So if you want to regain your health naturally, if you've got a problem with sensitivities, if you want to give up smoking, if you want to lose a bit of extra weight, please don't hesitate to ring me on 9763 8225. That's 9763 8225, or visit my website at www.CarolGiles.com.au